The king's great shield. Long ago, in the golden land of Kush, lived a king named Taharqa. His kingdom was beautiful, with pyramids that reached for the sun and a great, winding river that made the land green and full of life. Taharqa was a strong king, but his greatest strength was his wisdom and the love he had for his people. He wasn't just a leader who sat on a throne, he was a protector, a living shield for his kingdom. One hot afternoon, a scout came running to the palace, his face pale with worry. "My king," he cried, "a terrible sandstorm is coming. It's a great, golden monster that swallows the sky and the land. It will bury our farms and fill our wells." The news spread like wildfire. The people of Kush grew afraid. They looked to their king, wanting him to put on his armor and fight the storm. "Let's build tall stone walls," shouted one soldier. "Let's fight it with our strongest spears," cried another. They believed that the only way to protect themselves was to build a bigger, stronger shield. But King Taharqa did not rush. He looked at the worried faces of his people. He knew that the wind and sand were a part of the desert, and you cannot fight the desert itself. A great shield made of stone would only crack and crumble. Taharqa raised his hand, holding his golden scepter, and spoke in a calm, clear voice. "My people," he said, "we will not fight the storm. We will not build a wall to stop it. Instead, we will build something to welcome the water that comes after." The people were confused. "What water, King Taharqa?" they asked. "The storm brings only sand and wind." Taharqa smiled gently. "This is a great lesson from the river. Even after the worst storms, the water will come, and we must be ready. We will dig a long, wide channel from the riverbank, a path for the water to flow. When the sandstorm passes, we will have a new river that will bring new life to our land." It was a strange idea, but the people trusted their wise king. They put down their spears and picked up their shovels. Together, they worked day and night, their hands calloused but their hearts full of hope. They were not building a shield to protect them from what was coming, they were building a new beginning. When the great sandstorm arrived, it was as terrible as the scout had said. The sky turned a deep, dusty yellow, and the wind howled like a hungry beast. The people huddled in their homes, listening to the roaring wind, but they were not afraid. They knew that their king had given them a different kind of protection. After 3 long days, the storm finally ended. The people came out to see the new world. Their farms were covered in sand, and their fields looked empty and dry. But then they saw the great channel they had dug. It was already starting to fill with water from the river, flowing past their old fields and into new, dry land. As the sun rose, they saw that the new river was a blessing. It watered the land where they had built the channel, making the soil soft and ready for new crops. Not only had Taharqa protected them from the storm, but he had also used its passing to create more fertile land for everyone. The people cheered for their king. They understood then that a true leader's shield is not a wall to block out trouble, but a plan to overcome it. His greatest strength was not his physical might, but his compassion and wisdom.